Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to see about CSS selectors. What is meaning of CSS selector? See, CSS selectors means if I want to select a particular tag or element which I want to modify or do something on that particular element, how I can select with the help of CSS selectors. Basically there are three type of CSS elements. First one is element selector, second one is ID selector, and third one is class selector. Now let's see deep dive into it what is meant by element selector. See, element selector means if I want to select a particular tag, correct? Which type of tags are there in example? For example, p tag, correct? Then h tag, h1, h2, h3, like that till 6. Then image tag, correct? If I want to select a particular tag or all the tags of p tag, then in element selector I will select simply p tag, correct? How? Let's see. See, first starting of our code, HTML, head, title, and then style tag. Can anyone tell me now which type of style sheet is? It is internal style sheet. Why? Because it is within the code but not within the particular tag, so it is called as internal style sheet, correct? If anyone is not having any knowledge about that, you can watch my previous video. See, now let's get back. P tag, correct? Colon, text align, position, center, then color blue, bracket close, style tag also close, head, body, and p tag. Here you can see all other three tags are which tag? P tag. So here if we selected just only p tag, correct? In here I had selected only p tag, so all these three p tags will be get selected with the help of p tag. Why? Because we are using element selector. Element selector select all the category, understood? Category, or we can say what, we can say category only. We can select all the categories with the help of that. See here, paragraph, it is in center and color also blue with the help of element selector. Now next, ID selector. What is use of ID selector? See, in element tag we don't give a specific name, but here we will give a specific attribute for that. Which attribute? ID, and then is equal to double quote, and within that double quote we will write the whatever name you like to give for that ID, you will give that. And one more thing, always remember, ID should be unique. It should not be repeated again and again, it should be unique. And then if you want to use that ID in your code, we will use hashtag. We will use hashtag for that. See, HTML, head, title, and style. In style it is using hashtag. Why it is using? First let's see the code. Then style open, style close, head, body, and yes2. Yes2 what written? ID selector. Here you can see there are two p tags, correct? But if I want to select only a single p tag, then I will give it as ID, correct? As in last video we had seen, that's why this red color is coming, because ID is attribute. Attribute want a specific tag which tell more about the main tag. For example, this is a p tag, correct? ID is telling that this PID1 is the ID for this given p tag, correct? It is showing us more information about this p tag, so it is called as attribute. Then attribute, this is an example of ID selector. And what is in second paragraph? This is the text not affected by the style, correct? Now let's see the result. Here you can see the result. First, for this ID only, no, ID selector, yes 2, correct? See, yes 2, color black by default, alignment also left because it is by default. Then second one, this line p tag, This is an example of ID selector, correct? Here you can see it is in center. It is in center. Color also blue. Why? Because here you can see p tag id is given p1, and in style what we have written, hashtag is used to denote the selected id. If I want to write any id, then first hashtag is necessary or important. Without hashtag it will not select that particular id. Means if I want to write any id, then I will use hashtag pid1 colon text align at center, color blue. So that's why this paragraph tag it is showing in center and color is also blue. And next here you can see this p tag. This text is not affected by the style. Here you can see it is by default in left and color also b. With the help of id, it selected only a particular tag which is having that particular id. Understood? Id should be unique. Id cannot be given to more than one class. Now second one, class selector. Class selector is used to apply segments for a specific class attribute. See, as we had seen that element selector, it select whole element, correct? How many numbers of elements will be present of that name, it will select all. Means for example we can say that it is option like select all. Id is it will select only one, but if you want to select multiple, not whole, I repeat, I don't want to select all, I just want to select multiple, then I will use class selector, correct? Same like that, only there is a single difference. As we had seen in the id, we need to do hashtag, correct? And in class, if I want to select anything in css, I will use dot, and whatever the name of that class, I will write that. And second thing is, while writing id, we use id dot and the particular name, but in class we will use class is equal to and particular name of that class. Okay, now let's see. First we will see the code, how we can write that from here. See, in body we had taken h4, correct? What is the class? See, class is also attribute, so it is showing in red color. Class, what is the name for this class? Sent. This is an example of class selector. Tag close, then p tag, class sent. Both are the same, means they had given a single class to two tags, red and center align paragraph, close, body and tag, correct? Now how we can write that in css? Here we can see they had used only dot sent. Dot means why we had given dot is to tell css file that this is a class. We don't need to write this whole class. And for id we use hashtag, correct? And for class dot. And for element selector, the name of that element. For example, if there is p tag, write p. If there is h1 tag, write h1. If there is h4 tag, write h4 tag, correct? Then text align, center, color red, and close, style tag also close. Clear? Now here we can see why it is showing. See, for first one what we had chosen h4, correct? This is the h4 tag, alignment center, and then color red. Same that is applied to this paragraph also. Why? Because class is same, and here we can see in style, for a class this style had been applied, so it had been automatically applied here also. This also came in red and in center, but for this paragraph tag they had not given any class id or in style also, so by default it is showing in left alignment and color is also black. So have you understood these three types? Once I will repeat. See, basically there are three types of selector. How many types of selector there are? three types, correct? Wiping. There are three types of selector. First one is called as element selector, second one is called as ID selector, and third one is class selector. If I want to select anything by element selector, what? Simply I will write the tag name of that element, correct? For example, p, h and a dash, whichever, h1, h2, image or table also, correct? These are all element selector, type of element selector. If I want to select anything by id, so what I will do, I will simply write id is equal to and name for that particular id. For example, id1, correct? This will be the name of that id. And next one is class. For class, simply I will write class is equal to and class name, whatever class name I want to give. Okay, for example, AB. This will be my class name. Understood? Now, if I want to apply that in CSS, then for CSS I will simply write the p tag close and whatever code and close. Like this we can select in element selector. Now in ID selector, if I want to write ID, I will write I will write hashtag ID1, correct? We had given ID1, so ID1 and then bracket whatever code and bracket close, correct, for id. And now for class we will use what? Dot and what is the class name? AB code whatever declaration and bracket close. Like this we can do. So how many types of selectors are there? Three types. Which are those? Element selector, id selector, class selector. What do element selector do? Element selector select all the tags, means for example select all option, it was like select all option. And how id work, for example selecting one at a time. Id should be unique and it should not be given to any another class, it should be given to only one class. And class can be given to multiple person. Okay, if anyone is having any doubt, you can pin down in comment. Thank you class.